Howdy all, I am Matt on the Renaissance Nerd. Warner Brothers Discovery, the Zaz. They have been desperately trying to get themselves out of debt for about a year now. What's a good way to get out of debt, guys? Make something people want. Make a product, a movie, a TV show, maybe even a video game, or at least be connected to a video game that people will want and just hand you their money. Warner Brothers Discovery is in debt. We know this right here. Warner Brothers Discovery sees $2.1 billion loss in quarter four after big write-down and sales tumble. Here are the specifics. The New York owner of TNT, TBS, HBO Max streaming service, and Warner Brothers production studio reported a net loss of $2.1 billion for its fiscal fourth quarter after the company wrote down $1.85 billion in assets and faced nearly $1.2 billion in restructuring expenses. Revenue fell 9%, excluding the results of foreign exchange, and the company saw ad sales decrease 14% as its TV networks, even as it worked to add subscribers to HBO Max, Discovery Plus streaming outlets. I don't think The Last of Us is bringing in gobs and gobs of subscribers. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon might have helped a little bit, but that was last year. That's already over and done with. And the new upcoming slate of DCU movies does not look good. People are not excited. So what do you do? Zaz, what do you do to find something that the audiences want? Oh, follow through on what you said you were going to do, I guess. New Lord of the Rings movies in the works at Warner's new line. Studios have struck a multi-year pact with Swedish gaming giant Embracer Group, which holds the film rights. To probably remember, a short time ago, Embracer Group was going, hey, Warner Discovery, do you want to sell us your end of the rights to Lord of the Rings? And the Zaz went, ha ha ha, you're funny. No, you're going to work with us because we have the reach. In the end, we have the familiarity. You're just a group that makes some crap games. We are the ones who people familiarize themselves with when it comes to a Lord of the Rings movie. Ow. So what's going to happen? They're going to make movies. Multi-year pact rights holders Embrace Group AB allows Warners to develop features based on J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit. Embracer Group, the Swedish gaming company, acquired the rights to produce LOTR Rings films, merchandise, theme parks, attractions, and live productions when it purchased the rights holder Middle-earth Enterprises last year from the Saul Zaentz Company. The move announced during Warner Brothers Discovery's investor call Thursday comes as the Zaz seeks to assure Wall Street that Warner is very much in the franchise game here, harkening back to the 2000s glory days when the studio was minting money with Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. In November, the Zaz said he would make a deal with Rowling for Harry Potter, and that may still happen, but right now, it's going to happen. As I said, this just shows you this is a good move. You're hurting financially. Go to the well that everybody wants. And here's the other smart move. Peter Jackson is involved with this. May not be directing, but Jackson and his writing partners are being kept in the loop with Warner Brothers and New Line about the new Lord of the Rings movies. Jackson, who directed the Oscar-winning Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, has not announced that he'll be directing an upcoming Lord of the Rings movie. However, per Deadline, the filmmaker and his writing partners, Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens, are speaking to the studio and Embracer Group, which acquired the IP rights to Tolkien's Lord of the Rings in August. La-da-da-da-da. We already got that to see. Especially Warner Brothers and Embracer Group have kept us in the loop every step of the way, Jackson, Walsh, and Boyens said in a statement. We look forward to speaking with them further to hear their vision for the franchise moving forward. You know what this is? F you, Amazon. F you, Amazon. Because you remember. Here, Amazon, as said by Peter Jackson himself, ghosted him when it came to Rings of Power. And speaking of Rings of Power, This destroys Rings of Power. Rings of Power did a good job of destroying itself, but this utterly eviscerates, demolishes, annihilates, obliterates the Rings of Power's relevance. Because remember, Amazon doesn't own the rights to anything lore content-wise. They don't. They do not own that. But guess who does own what they're trying to tell? Warner Discovery and Embracer combined own the actual rights to the first and second age. All they need to do is put out a first age movie and a second age movie. Or some combination, some breakdown. I don't know. But all they need to do is that. And Rings of Power is officially 6 feet under. This is funny, brilliant. I love it. I want to see the Rings of Power stands react to this. Can they acknowledge that their show is a failure when put up against actual, probably would be mostly lore accurate stories? What are they going to do? What are the shills going to do, including Shill BR, who we're just here right now because I wanted the quick headline for this? What are they all going to do when they've spent over a year telling us that Galadriel, warrior princess, and her ragtag crew of characters who don't exist in Tolkien's lore, what are they going to do when they've been trying to tell us that they're the legitimate story, legitimate telling of a second age? What are they going to do when Warner Discovery and Embracer release a movie that tells the accurate version of what happened in the second age? And what people really want to see when it comes to a prequel situation, they really want to see the events of the first age. They want to see Morgoth. They want to see Balrogs and elves duking it out. They want to see the nitty-gritty, the heavy-hitting shit. They want to see that. People don't want to see Galadriel, warrior princess, and her ragtag band of original characters doing things that didn't actually happen in Tolkien's universe. Rings of Power's DOA Season 2, the Bobbsey twins that share a brain are probably sitting in a corner crying right now about hearing this news because now they know they're done. They know they are finished. They got nothing. They had one chance to capture the magic of Tolkien. One chance to deliver a Tolkien accurate version of the second age, but they chose to rewrite it and fill it with original characters. They chose to change Tolkien's characters to suit their retarded story, their retarded agenda. And they alienated the fan base.
Don't try to razzle-dazzle me.
All Warner Discovery needs to do, all they need to do is make it generally accurate, respect the lore, and they've won. And this right here, that's why I left it on this page here, is a major, again, a double barrel middle finger to Amazon, who ghosted Peter Jackson. Oh, we're going to let you all know that we have Peter Jackson with us. He's going to, at the very least, he's likely going to consult and tell us this is how you do it to capture the magic. This is how you respect the lore. He doesn't need to direct it, but his involvement, I think, is key when it comes to making live action Lord of the Rings. Wouldn't be surprised to hear in the near future that a deal has been struck with New Zealand to come back and shoot there where you should shoot Lord of the Rings properties. I mean, they did it in Rings of Power Season 1, but they quickly left, and they're now shooting in England. This is funny as hell. It's fantastic. And I really hope that this just puts a giant black eye around Amazon and the Rings of Power and all together. I'm excited to see what happens simply from a content perspective and the reaction of the stands that tried to tell us Rings of Power is awesome. Stay tuned. We will keep watching as this unfolds as time goes on. Thank you. I think I'm done. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. It would be much appreciated. If you're new here, I invite you to check out the channel and subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic don't care about whiny Stan and SJW fifis. Hit the notification button. Share this video if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave comments. Love to hear from real passionate fans like you. I care what you think. I don't care what the Stans and the SJWs think, because 201, they're all cowards behind keyboards, and I know this is going to trigger them to hell. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.